Yeah,
Oh yeah, what's up?
yeah. It's another week, man, but I'm a solo shooter this week. And since I'm a solo shooter this week, shout out my dog DJ Vito. I think he on the road. I think he said he had to go to Chicago or Detroit. You know, he working through the quarantine. Vito, what up, man? But in the meantime, between time, we still checking in with Carolina. You know, it's still Carolina Pride, right? So it's Carolina Pride still going, man, strong. You know, shout out to
Yes.
my hometown, man, Orangeburg, South Carolina. But we're going up, and I'm gonna let Bacardi, aka Bacardi Promotions, aka Bacardi Rockstar, introduce.
Yeah,
So who is this that we working with, Bacardi? Who is this new artist, man?
my Bacardi Barbie, she goes by the name of Dolly Dmplz, one
Okay,
of the
okay,
hottest coming out of Lancaster, South Carolina.
okay,
And
okay. So you bigging her up like that. So Dolly, let me hear you introduce yourself. How you doing, Dolly?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing? So being that you're from South Carolina, starting off, how did you get your name Dolly Dimples? Like where did that even come from? First of all, first and foremost,
I
the
started
dip.
off with just dimples, you know. And whenever I met my manager, CEO, he was like, "There's too many. You know, we have to do something a little bit different." And I was really into Dolly Parton because she's great all around. And like her throwback pictures, if you go Google her from back in the day, you would
Okay,
probably like, "Yo, that's her grandma or something." Like
okay,
we look so much alike. It's crazy. People
okay.
tag me in pictures of her on Facebook. It's like, "Yo, you like Dolly Parton," and like I was joking about it one day while we were in the studio, and I was like Dolly Dimples, and they was like, "Oh, I really like that though." And so like we just like, you know what? Yeah, I like it too. Like I think we should stick with Dolly Dimples because I love her. She's a great writer. She's been around for a while.
Legendary,
She's the
legendary.
icon. She's iconic.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. So
Facts.
I like to ask artists, how long? First of all, how long are you an artist or are you a rapper or are you a singer? Which one? Or are you like what would you classify you as an artist, a rapper, or a singer? Which one are you?
An artist.
Artist. I like that. That means you multi-talented. So when did you started taking this shit serious? Like you probably been doing it, you know, of course I've been, you know, you probably been had the gift of
Boom,
gab,
boom,
but
boom.
when did you start taking this shit serious though? Like when
I
was that?
started taking it serious when I was asked to perform at a strip club that Trina was uh, gonna be. You know, I was gonna be up and up for her. So
We
it was
talking about the
really
Diamond Princess Trina. We talking about Trina
The
305.
baddest bitch of all time. You already know.
and that's in Richburg, South Carolina, like
Okay.
smaller than where I'm from. I'm from Lancaster, South Carolina. But
Lancaster.
yeah,
Okay.
Lancaster. So I
That's
got up and
big. That's pretty
you
big.
know, this was my first.
No.
Her phone went out.
I'm not sure
Okay.
what happened that time,
We
but
good. We
anyway,
good. We good. We good. We good.
my that was my first time performing or whatever. So I was nervous, to, very nervous, and so I get up there and it was two other girls and they made me go first, and that was even more nerve wracking. So I get up there and I just go through it. Thank you. And
So
whenever
hold on. So let me stop a little bit. So this is okay. This is Trina. She's in South Carolina
yeah,
for a con party. Is she there for an after party? Like was it a concert that they had for Trina up there in
yeah, she performed that night after
okay,
we did.
after
But the thing
okay.
about it is, like, whenever I got up on stage, they was calling my name. I was in the bathroom and I was like, I didn't hear them calling my name, so they ran in there and got me. And I come out and I'm like, what is time's ready? So I get up on stage and everybody, one guy grabs his phone. He's like, Trina's not even here yet. And then the other guy grabs his phone and he's like, Trina is here. And like, so I don't know. And so they just cut my music on and I start going with it, not knowing that Trina is sitting there watching me. So
Mm.
and the whole time she was bumping to my stuff and whatever, and I didn't even know because I couldn't really focus on just one person. My nerves was just everywhere. So I just went and did my thing, got off stage, and like, as soon as I got off stage, her manager walked up to me, and
Mm.
he's like,
And who's our manager?
see, his name is CEO. Well,
Which is that's your manager as well, right?
yeah,
So you know a lot of artists don't get the opportunity to share the same management and kind of what's the word with the
Yeah,
major artists. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. That's a
So
blessing.
right. So this me hearing this shit sound like
It was a
we're the luck.
blessing.
We're lucky to get this interview. Like I think you're gonna be like we, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because like I've been DJ for 15 years. I mean, I've been a tour DJ for all type of artists, and you don't really meet an independent artist that shares the management of a major artist so quickly. You know?
This is how it happened. It's crazy because CO don't drink. He don't do anything. You know, so
Okay.
he's completely sober. He told me,
Right.
let me tell you what he told me. He said, I have my back turned to you because I don't listen to people up and up. And I was like, oh yeah.
You felt disrespected?
But when your music started, I had to turn around.
Okay.
And it was like, and he come up to me and it was like, when I got off stage, he's like, I'm CO, I'm Trina's manager. I was like, kind of tipsy, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I had a couple of drinks before I got on stage, and, you know, and I was like, no, you're not. And he was like, no, yes, I am. And, you know, for a second, we kind of went back and forth, and I was like, really? Like, you're for real? And so he gave me his number, and we exchanged numbers, and then he came back and got me, and nobody was allowed to go where Trina was, and he took me to go meet her, and, like, she was like, I really like your song, and it was dope. But then he called me the next day and was like, we're gonna fly you down here. And I was like, okay, let's go. So that's whenever like got.
So it went from one night just in the bathroom, almost missed your fucking shot, almost missed your 15 seconds of fame, to goddamn getting flew out to Miami, goddamn to. So you know that shit don't happen often. You know what I mean? That don't happen often. So this shit. So I'm glad to finally meet Dolly Dmplz. So the fact that let's talk about.
I'm glad to meet you.
Let's talk about 2020. So how was your feeling before coronavirus got here with this year? Because I mean everybody had 2020 vision. It was this new year. Like I'm sure before the coronavirus, like because we're gonna jump to another part of this, but I'm asking you this because to hear that and then like this shit happened, it's kind of like damn, like what the fuck, like. You know, I know you probably be still bubbling because I heard you have videos that's not even out yet. You know
I do. I have 2 videos that's not out yet. And they're dope. Like, yep. And the songs are dope, and they're gonna be a hit. Like I know it, but
I like Fortune Cookie. I heard about Fortune Cookie.
I like Fortune Cookie. I really do. And I have another song with him as well. Okay. He normally does my engineering and stuff. Like he's mastered.
So let me ask you a question. Did you have a little more confidence when you seen the baby make it from Charlotte? Did you have a little more confidence when you seen how did you feel when you see the baby started? Because the Carolina is kind of hard to come out of as an independent artist.
To be honest with you, I was a fan of the baby when he was called Baby Jesus.
Okay.
So, to be real, you know, I'm from here, so I've always liked his music, and it's like I knew he was gonna blow up, and I was telling people who didn't care. They was like, nah, this, and I was like, no, he's gonna blow up. They weren't listening to me, and I was like, I told you. And
the last artist before the baby was Petey Pablo. You remember Petey Pablo from Charlotte?
Yes, yeah.
North like so.
I forgot about Petey Pablo.
You know what's crazy? At the Super Bowl last year, his song "Raise Up" was like the theme song for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so he got Sweetie, she did a thing with Petey Pablo.
Yeah, she did. Oh, she did. I remember that. I think I did.
Yeah, it was hot. Like she had him come out on stage on her song.
That's hard. So I'm glad you said that. So how do you feel about really like people? Because for one, who influenced you and what influenced you? Because I already know about Dolly part. You know, I get the Dolly whatever, but who influenced you to put that I got a story to tell and I need 1 million people to hear this shit? Like, what influenced you or who influenced you to get to that point?
Wow. I've come through a lot. Like, I've been through a very hard lifestyle growing up. And music was my go-to, you know. Okay. And me and my brother, we used to play around. We had a boom room in the back, you know. Like, we had friends that would come over, and we always did that. And poetry was, like, another thing that I did when my grandma had cancer. She got it whenever I was really young, and she ended up dying when I was 15. And she had it for like 7 years. So yeah, I started writing poetry to her, and she would like it so much that she would hang it up on her wall. And you know, it just kind of went from there, and just, you know, I would just play around and turn certain songs into my own song, put my words to their words. It was pretty funny, but it was, you know, something that I just did for fun, and then
That shit went organic. It turned organic after that. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
have a question.
I was about to ask you something, Bacardi. What's your question first? What's your
So
question?
what other female rappers would you call an influence or motivate you, you know, listen to you to get you in that get up and go mode?
most definitely Trina, because she is always, and it would
The queen.
always be the top, you know, in my eyes, you know, because she started it out, you know, all this stuff these girls are doing, like it really came from her.
She definitely motivated the city girls for sure.
Yeah. And so like, but other than that, Megan's hot right
Oh
now.
yeah, yeah,
She's up
yeah.
there, she's doing her thing, and she can really rap. So like
Yeah. Shout out
I
to
go
Megan
for
Thee
that.
Stallion. I actually what's crazy about a lot of people don't know about Megan Thee Stallion is, you know, she had to do her independent run in Atlanta as well. And so I know the people, shout out to Campaign ATL. I know the people that was behind like Megan Thee Stallion. Like she was only going to one group. I may introduce you to these people as well, but I know the people that was behind her when she was coming to Atlanta doing her run. Like shout out to Campaign, shout out to Carmen. And it's crazy to see she was called the Stallion first. And it had Megan in parentheses. She wasn't using her real name. So nobody, we was like, who the fuck is the Stallion? Like, and they said it was just female. So what happened was about Megan Thee Stallion, what really raised eyes to us DJs in Atlanta was she actually rode a real horse to the club. Like we heard about this female that rode somebody rented a horse for her. She came
She's
to
a
like,
real life savage.
I think I heard about that.
no, I'm serious. Like it's on YouTube. Like she really
It's
rode a
like,
real, so that caught people like, okay, we're like, damn, this bitch is Megan Thee Stallion, perfect. So me saying like, I feel like you have a cheat code in the industry and coming in. The reason I'm gonna say that because you met Trina, like that don't, and she's not just she's like one of the top 5 females in rap, you know.
it
So
might
that
not. I don't think I consider it as a cheat code. I just think I think I consider it as like kind of a blessing. Like it's just meant to be, because you know how Lil Nas X went from sitting on his couch to
okay,
where he's at. So it's like boom, anything can change in any second of any day. Everybody's screen keeps going out. But yeah, I don't have her as much as I have, you know, her manager, but I
okay.
have her there, you know, for
Oh, the manager's more important. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it just because you don't have her. Listen, man. The more you get higher in this shit, the people that you see, they're just the person in front of the curtains. The motherfuckers behind the curtains is the motherfuckers that get so you knowing the manager is way better than just knowing Trina.
well,
Trust me.
yeah, yeah, we have the contract and everything. It's like the real deal. Spill like he's doing his thing, and he does great. He's smart. He knows what he's doing.
The reason I say cheat code, let me tell you why I say cheat code. Christina, Iggy Azalea had the cheat code. She signed with T.I. the Grand Hustle based out of Atlanta, right? When artists like that come from so different and you come into the rap game,
Yeah,
it's kind of like, I should put a different word than cheat code, but it's kind of like when you come into the game when people work with the engine already behind you working, it's going to only make you work harder. You know what I mean?
got you. Yeah, yeah.
Like that's what I mean, because a lot of independent artists, they just got a motherfucker that they wait till they get they're not getting influenced by somebody that's been doing this shit for 10, 20 years. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. Okay. Got
So for them to see you on this stage performing, his back turned to you, right? And he turned around and said, "Hey, I'm CEO." You already knew it was determined. So you had to take. I'm pretty sure you've been taking this since then. So anyway, Bacardi, let me ask you a question, Bacardi.
Right.
When did you know Dolly had the juice? Like you deal with people in Orangeburg, you deal with artists every weekend. You were promoted at all the clubs in Orangeburg. Like you're around artists that want to start rapping tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So what made you think Dolly had the juice for this shit?
Actually, well, I was at CIAA this past February.
Okay.
And I booked the show with Trina.
this. My first time
I forgot the name of the venue.
This your first time. This is exclusive. This is exclusive. Don't lie, nigga.
It was called Whiskey River, matter of fact.
Okay.
I know
So
that.
me, Trina, CO, Makeup by Dawn, all this was together. And at the end of the night, CO was like, "Dog, you know, a lot of people, because people in the club kept showing me love, and you know, he just kind of saw the hype that I brought to the event." And he was like, "I got this girl I just signed, you know, by the name of Dolly Dmplz. I want you to work with her, you know, kind of push her, get her out there or whatever." And then that was it. So I took it upon myself to hit her up. We never talked about Dolly Dmplz again since today. I took it upon myself to hit her up. Let's get to work. You know what I'm saying? So we on here, like I said, grinding. I already done start promoting her and everything. So by the time CO see this or hear, he gonna be like, God dog, y'all really, on y'all shit or whatever.
Doesn't know.
You don't know. So I like that type of story because I think
it's a surprise.
It's a surprise, but you work. But this is the thing, you work. I'm gonna tell you why that's a good thing though.
I work.
You working without a motherfucker telling you to go to work. You see what I'm saying? It's different when these artists they didn't put $10,000 in your career and they still got to call your motherfucking phone and be like, "What you doing? Why you ain't at the studio? When the next time you going to the studio?" So
exactly
when this interview come out, you did this shit without even like when he see this shit. Oh yeah, like he probably already believe in you, whatever. But she motherfucking serious for real. She getting interviews based out of Atlanta. We like so when motherfuckers see you doing what you was gonna do anyway, like it's a better feeling when that engine behind you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Right.
To be here live with you guys today.
So I think so getting to your point right now, your artistry, what's the biggest I guess what's the hardest obstacle you think you faced so far? But what's the hardest obstacle you think you faced so far?
Gaining a lot of followers because I'm from a small town like this,
right?
And a lot of people don't know about me.
Okay.
So and the smaller the town, the more the hate comes.
True.
So it's like I get, like most anybody else, more love from other states and towns than I would anywhere else. Like I have a lot of streams and plays in like 37 countries, but like my hometown don't share my stuff like that.
It's like that for every, like, you know what it is? You got to leave home base. When you make a name out there, and then home base gonna appreciate you when you leave.
That's what I'm planning on doing, is moving down to Florida. So
okay,
since that's where like I work all the time, and I'm constantly flying down there. Before Corona, it was like once a month.
Okay.
At least I flew down, sometimes more, but mostly once a month. So like like this was before Corona. So soon as everything gets back cleared,
right.
we back in it
to the new norm.
So do you?
And then you was talking about followers. Followers come with the grind. So the more you work,
true,
yeah,
put in your grind and your followers. Don't worry about the followers. The followers gonna come.
Well, not really the followers, just getting out there, getting known. Like I just feel so. Like, don't nobody really know who I am. Don't nobody know my name like that.
Well, but you know how they do know your name? When you do your media runs, when you do your interviews, when you do this is my second interview. Right. So this is your second interview. Wait till you get to number 20. Wait till you get to number 50. So what I'm saying is the more platforms that you touch, everybody got a circle. You don't know who the fuck somebody know. You see what I'm saying? That's rule number 1 to the shit. Rule number 2, I do get because I'm from Orangeburg originally. I just been in Atlanta since 2003. Like I moved up here when I was in high school, made a name. I went on tour, DJ. But long story short, I know how I feel because once people see you start working, it's gonna be easy to grab South Carolina people. Once they see you, like once you make, not even if you move, once they start seeing your name, or once people stop seeing you but they still see you like relevant in this shit. When you start making those trips to Atlanta to go to different clubs for opening mics, and like it's so many circuits,
and
like,
Will
like me now, so me now, so this gonna happen. Like it's so easy, and I tell artists, as long as you do it the right way, it's bound for greatness. You know what I mean? You already got you got an industry's manager in your corner. You know what I mean?
I love, and he really is. He tells me that he wakes up every day thinking about me.
Okay, I got $1 million question for you. You ready? So the left side is Netflix. Netflix got a TV series, a movie, whatever. They want to star Dolly Dmplz, make you major. Left side, Netflix, right? Yeah. Right side, you got 5. You can pick your 5 favorite producers. You can pick your 5 favorite studios, favorite cities that you want to work at. You can make this best album that you can make. You can make this best project that you want to make of your fucking life. If you had the opportunity or the chance, which tunnel are you going down? You going down that Netflix tunnel for the series, or you going down the tunnel to work with the 5 best producers at the 5 best studios to make this best project of your life. Which way you going? You going the music way?
I don't know if I want to do the Netflix thing.
Why not?
I don't know.
Because this is $1 million question. Because that's $1 million deal, and both of them are $1 million deals. So why not that $1 million deal?
Well, actually, one of them could be more than $1 million. The music could be more than $1 million.
Right. No less than $1 million. But okay, well, what if I say this? No, both of them are no less than $1 million deals. Do you want to go get your Netflix game? You want to be an actor? Like which way you go? I mean, some artists pick music.
I would definitely do the Netflix because you're not guaranteed.
But listen, I don't want to change your first thought because some artists do pick music first. Some artists pick movie, but I want to hear why you pick music first. Don't change your thought.
No, I changed it because of you explained to me. So that's
okay.
Say, but yeah, because I was just thinking like I can make more music with good people, like you said, and it would sell more than what Netflix would. So I just thought that's why I picked music first, and because I love music.
Okay. Some artists started off music. Then, for example, what's my man name from Atlanta, from the South Side? He was in the movie Dope. But long story short, I like that answer. The music is more important to you. I like that.
That's our main focus right now.
So 5 years from now, people are gonna go back and look at this. Like 5 months, fuck 5 years. 5 months from now, when you start blowing up, people gonna go back and want to find your first interviews that you start. What can you leave them with on your second interview that you ever did right now? Like, if you look at this shit in 2023, like what you want people, like what can you say right now for your people that's your supporters, people that's gonna wait to see this shit Monday, next week, or whenever we dropping it? What can you say for your people right now that you haven't said to the world that you can say in front of the whole world, basically? Like, what can you say to your fans and your supporters right now?
To my fans and supporters?
Yeah, to everybody. Like, what have you already, like, because you don't get to talk to everybody every day.
They are the reason that keeps me pushing, and that I'm very thankful to have them around so that I can have that motivation and I can have that, even though I have the hate comes along with it. But I have my fans and they keep me going. So I appreciate them all and I love them all. And they my dogs. They my dogs.
So I like to hear that. So Bacardi, I'm ready for this big South Carolina car and truck show, Bike Fest. I'm ready for all this to see Dolly Dmplz on every stage, man.
Already.
What's your game plan? Like, I know you can't give all the secrets, but what do you see in the near future? Like, what do you see y'all elevating to, man?
Okay, so
I see her on Billboard.
Billboard.
Okay.
I'm trying to be global. Not just America.
Not just America. So before you leave,
I already have this song with Fortune Cookie. It's already in Japan. You know what I mean? Like, cause he's from Japan, so people was sending me stuff from Japan on IG and was bumping it. And I was like, this is so dope.
That's
like,
what's up. I didn't even know that.
But
that's dope. So one more question before you leave here. I like to ask about a current event. How do you feel about the whole 6ix9ine situation? Like,
you want me to block you right now? I'm just kidding. Okay.
I'm just asking from artist to artist.
I mean, he did what he did, and that's the rules to the game.
You want to leave it at that? You gonna leave it at that?
I mean, I do respect the fact that he apologized, but I don't really think it was that sincere. I don't know him personally, but
whatever. Right?
I don't.
It's different. You don't gotta say too much. Don't say. You ain't gotta say. I just want to, I like to weigh in on current events. How do you feel about?
I don't agree with the whole rat face, ha. I think that was like rubbing. I'm gonna say this and I'm done. I'm sorry.
You good?
I don't agree with the whole rat face, ha thing. Like that was like extra and just rubbing it in, and people's affected, lives are affected, people's moms and stuff is affected by this.
Yeah, you don't gotta say too much. I mean, he put a rat emoji head on his head in the fucking video. Like,
that's what I was saying.
So the industry has puppets. Like, And I tell artists, is the bigger you get in this industry, the certain shit that you may have to do and they may want you to do, not to say that you're gonna take the money. Like they made Young Thug put on a dress. You see what I'm saying? Young
Right.
Thug is one of the most gangsterous rappers that I know based out of Atlanta. Trust me. I know people around him and all they will shoot you. You know what I'm saying?
They made him do that. I thought he wanted to do that.
Well, what I'm saying is the people that's behind you that's fueling the money, that's the Leo, the 300 Entertainment, the Leo Coens that was behind him. When you get higher up, it's certain shit that these are. I'm not saying you have to do it, but they make certain people certain puppets of the industry. 6ix9ine was one. They try to make Young Thug a puppet. They try to make. I can go back to DMX. They try to make DMX a puppet. They try to make Lil Bootsy a puppet. Like they try to make you a puppet in the sense that 6ix9ine took the bait. You see what I'm saying? He really took the bait. It's really a such thing as hip hop police. You know what I mean?
It is crazy.
That sounds like the Illuminati or something.
Of course, he from the hood, and he gonna take the bait.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
He don't know nothing about the streets.
True enough. So if Trina watches this interview, this is my last question. If CEO and Trina and the Miami and whoever supports you out of that crew watches this video, they're gonna see this shit. They're gonna think you working. What can you tell them? You can promise them that you're gonna do for sure.
Oops, I'm sorry, my phone fell. I was trying to scroll that up.
What can you promise your company, your engine right now? What can you promise your engine that's gonna happen?
Oh, that we gonna get it. We're gonna win.
Okay.
We're not gonna stop.
Okay.
It's only gonna get better from here.
Okay.
And
all right.
I'm ready for the next step.
All right, say no more. But I'm done. Bacardi.
And I
appreciate
love them.
we gotta get this. We gotta get this physical interview when you drop your next in person in Atlanta. Whenever you come to Atlanta, Georgia, as you can see
there all the time. Like I'm like 3.5 hours away. What do you mean?
So 4th of July, if you up here 4th of July or next, 2 months from now, we could get a digital interview. We could talk about the next video that's gonna drop. I'm pretty sure you're gonna have something out 2 months from now, and we'll do a face-to-face in the studio interview. All right.
Cool beans.
We'll pull up with our mask on.
Mask on. And so Bacardi, before you get out of here, man, anything
you need to tell everybody how to follow her.
How to follow? Her name is gonna be on this. Dolly Dmplz is gonna be on the screen.
Yeah,
so say your Insta. What's all your? Are you on MySpace still?
MySpace. I am, but I forgot all the stuff to it. So
is
Dolly Dolly Dmplz. That's abbreviated Dimples on everything, on all platforms.
Okay. Well, dope, man. Appreciate you. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Live Hip Hop Daily Network is DJ Larry Love, your girlfriend's favorite DJ. I can't wait to drop this interview with Dolly. When you pull up in Atlanta, man, it's a must. That exclusive interview, man, in person. We got to do it.
Can't wait. I'll be there.
All right, Bacardi, man. Next time.
All right. We appreciate y'all. ATL Carolina Connection.
Sir. Let's do it.
Have a good one.
All right.